Okay, this is a lesson on how to do long division. If I'm dividing 5 into 9,140, okay, I'm just going to do one digit at a time. It's a bit of a process to get through. I'm going to take the 5 and I'm going to look at the 9 first. How many times is 5 going to 9? 5 goes into 9 one time. So I put the 1 up top. Okay? And then I'm going to go 1 times 5, which equals 5. And then I want to subtract those numbers. 9 subtract 5 is 4. I bring the 1 down. Now I go 5. How many times does 5 go into 41? I just look at these two digits now. 5 goes into 41 8 times. Then I multiply. 8 times 5 is 40. Okay? Then I subtract. 41 subtract 40 is just 1. Bring the 4 down. 5 goes into 14. 5 goes into 14 2 times. Okay? 2. Then I multiply. 2 times 5 is 10. And subtract. 14 subtract 10 is 4. Bring down my next number, which is a 0. How many times does 5 go into 40? 5 goes into 40 8 times. 8 times 5 is 40. Subtract gives me a remainder of 0. Okay? So my final answer is the number that's up top is 1,828. 1,828. That's my answer. Okay? So there's a few steps. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and divide the first digits. Then I multiply. Then I subtract to figure out how much was left over. And then I bring the next number down. And then I repeat until I get to the very end. So I divide the first digit, then I multiply, I subtract, bring the next number down. Then I divide, see how many times 5 goes into 40, figure out 8, multiply, subtract to figure out how much is left over, bring the next digit down. Let's try this with a couple more examples. How many times does 6 go into 5? It doesn't go in at all. 6 goes into 5 0 times. 5 is not big enough. Okay? So let's look at the next two digits then. It didn't go into the first digit at all, so I'm going to have to look at two digits. How many times does 6 go into 59? 6 goes into 59 9 times. Doesn't quite go in 10 times. 10 would be 60. 59 is not big enough, so it only goes in 9 times. So that's me dividing the first couple of digits. And then I want to multiply. 9 times 6 is 54. And then I subtract. 59 subtract 54 is 5. Bring down the next number. Divide. 6 goes into 51. How many times does 6 go into 51? It goes in 8 times. Multiply. 8 times 6 is 48. And then I subtract. 51 subtract 48 is 3. And I bring down the next number, which is a 0. Divide. 6 into 30 goes in 5 times. Multiply. 30. 5 times 6 is 30. And subtract. And I get a remainder of 0. Okay, so my answer is 985 is my answer. Last one here, 23 into 81,462. Quite a large number. So 23, two digits. I need to look at the first two digits. How many times does 23 go into 81? It goes in 3 times. Put a 3 up, then I multiply. 3 times 23 is 69, and I subtract. 81 subtract 69 is 12. Bring down the 4. How many times does 23 go into 124? Again, that's a hard one to try to figure out. It goes in actually 5 times. 5 times 23 is 115. 24 subtract 115 is a 9. Bring down the next number, which is a 6. Okay. 23, how many times does it go into 96? It goes into 96 4 times. 4 times 23 is 92. Subtract, I have a 4. Bring down the next number, which is a 2. How many times does 23 go into 42? It only goes in 1 time. Multiply. subtract 42, subtract 23 is 19. 23 to 19 is not enough, so that means I have a remainder of 19. So the answer is 3,541 times with a remainder of 19. This is a short little lesson on how to do long division. Thank you very much.